Hi again. Today we're going to be making some of these wonderful tags. Now the great thing about these is they're actually made from recycled materials. These little tags are made from the plastic packaging that we all get and just throw away. So what I thought I'd do is show you how to actually use some of that and how to use your scrap bits of paper as well. And these little tags open up and you can pop your message inside, stamp on there, decorate them in whatever way you want. These can be for babies, birthdays, weddings, whatever you want to use them for. So let's begin. Now, as I mentioned, we actually use some of this plastic packaging, and this is the sort of things that we get. They're so hard to open and then you just throw it away. But how about we actually use it for something? Now, what we will need first of all is our actual plastic. And as you can see, I've got two already cut out here. You'll also notice one of them has a pattern on it. And what I used was one of these Cuttlebug embossing folders. And it gives that nice pattern. But if you don't have a Cuttlebug, then you can just certainly use it plain. The other thing you'll need is a corner cutter to actually just trim up the edges on the corners. It makes them just a little nicer. So let's begin. First of all, we take our plastic, and the plastic is 4.5 inches in length and 2 3/4 in width. Don't worry about the instructions. I will have them on my blog and you can download them from there. The next piece of paper we need is something for is the matting. And the most important thing to remember is you will need a double-sided piece of paper because this is actually going to show through the background. This piece of matting paper is 4 inches in length and 2 1/4 in width. And we just take our tape, run that around. A lot of people have asked me about this tape. It's called AGT tape, which is adhesive tape gun. That's what it stands for. I buy mine from a place called findtape.com, and that's where I also got the gun from. It's very quick and easy to use. And the other thing that's really good too is if you're using something that's clear, the tape actually almost disappears and you can't see it. Okay, so press that down really well. And then our next bit that we're going to be doing is the actual opening tag. And this is 7.5 inches in length and 2 inches wide. And all we need to do is fold it in half and then just stick one side only. Okay, and then that just attaches on the card. Position it nicely, press down firmly, and there you have your tag all ready to go. Now, because we're using a patterned paper, double-sided, it's kind of hard to write on this part. So what I do is cut a little insert to go on there in a blank shade. And this insert is 3.5 inches by 1 3/4. So just run that around and position again. And there you have your tag. Now you can just leave that plain and write on it, or you can take a stamp and stamp a nice image on there. So let's go ahead and just do that. And there we have Just Because. Okay. The next thing we need to do is just maybe decorate this a little bit. Now these tags you can do for all sorts of things, so whatever you want to put on there is fine. You can do them for babies and put little bears and ducks on there. You can do them for weddings, whatever you choose to do. So what we're going to do is just attach some embellishments. Now I'm using the glue dots that I make myself. Again, you can find the instructions for how to do these on my blog. And if you don't already do it, you need to, because this will save you so much money. One container of the glue that I use to make these glue dots is only $2.50, and I get probably 1,000 or more dots out of it, so you can see the savings that you have. And there is our tag almost complete. The last thing we need to do, of course, is to pop a hole in there for our ribbon to go on. So just find the halfway mark, pop that in, okay, and then just take a piece of ribbon. Now if you want to, you can just put a small loop on here, because if you're attaching it to a present then you need some way to hold it on there. Or you can do like I'm just doing here, is just putting a decorative ribbon on there just to show you how it will look. So just pop your ribbon on there, tug it through, give that a quick trim, and give it a little tug to make it nice and tight, and there you have your completed folder, which you can open, write a nice message in there. And how neat is that? You've recycled plastic packaging, you've used scrap pieces of paper, and the only thing you need to do is use a little bit of embellishment. Thank you for watching.